welcome back to my channel. I hope you have missed me as much as I have missed you. But today we're going to be getting up close and personal, so come on in. So today we are going to be doing my lash and eyebrow routine at home. So come on, don't be afraid, get closer, zoom on in even more to show you what we're working with. So as you can see, my brows are barely there. So let's go ahead and start there. Okay, so products. Today we are going to be using this Eyebrow brow tint in the color dark brown. I got mine from Amazon. Links will be in the description box below. We'll also be using this DIY lash extension kit. It is a kit, okay? It comes with the lashes, the glue, and the tweezers. So how about we start with the brows? Just makes sense to me. Brows before lashes, you get, right? Okay, so the first very important step of brows is shaping. So I'm going to take just this eyebrow razor that I got from Amazon, a beauty supply, wherever you can find one. And we're going to shape our brows. I'm just going to use it to kind of shave down like to fit the outline of my brow, just whatever shape I want my brow to be in for this day, this week, whatever. If you have more eyebrow hair than me, then you can follow the natural shape of your brow and just kind of get it where you want it, or you can get your eyebrows tweezed or threaded and kind of go from there. But I just kind of shape them to myself. They don't always come out perfect. They don't always come out the exact shape I want, but you know, I'm doing it from home and it just works for me. I don't know. I just kind of get it whatever looks okay, whatever looks how I feel that day. And guys, really just take your time when it comes to the shaping of your brows. You don't want to over shave or tweeze or pluck, whichever way you're doing it, and you don't want to, you know, leave too much hair there. It's no rush. You have all the time in the world, so I just really take my time. It probably, honestly, the longest part of this entire process is me trying to like shape and outline my brows to get them kind of where I want them, where I want to essentially apply the product. And I'm also want to mention that I am starting on a clean, bare, dry face. No oils, no moisturizers, no anything. You can use a little lotion or moisturizer on your face to kind of help with the shaving, make it a little bit more slick and seamless. But I just kind of go in with a bare, dry face because my skin is already so oily and I don't want any product on my brows when I put on the tint. Okay, and just like that, we're done shaping. And again, they don't have to be perfect. It's just kind of where you want to go with and where you want to apply your tint for the brows. So now that we got that done, let's go ahead and mix our tint. Okay, so inside the little container or mixing bowl that comes with the brow tint, we are going to do 1 part color, which is this powder that I am scooping now, 1 whole scoop of that, and we're going to do 4 parts of the developer. And again, this is the developer, and we're going to do 4 drops. Okay, so now we're gonna mix it. I don't know where my spatula that came with the brow tint is, so I'm just gonna use the back of my eyebrow razor, and I am just going to give it a good mix until all the clumps of powder are broken up and it kind of gets a nice like smooth consistency. Alright, so here's that perfect consistency that we're looking for. Smooth but not crazy runny smooth, and we are actually going to let this sit for 20 minutes. So I will be back. Okay, so now we're back, and this is the color change from it waiting 20 minutes. I like to wait for mine to darken a little bit in the pot a little before I go ahead and apply it, but this is essentially the color that we're looking for after it waits about 15-20 minutes. Now, according to the box, you're supposed to brush the product in with a spoolie. We're not doing that. One, because I don't know where the spoolie is, and two, I don't really have enough eyebrow hair to use a spoolie to apply the product. So instead, we're going to be using a brush. So this is the e.l.f. small angled brush. This is honestly an old makeup brush that I converted into my eyebrow tinting brush. Again, it's a small angled brush. You can probably use any brush you can find, but this is just the one I prefer. It's just what works for me. I don't know why, but this is it. But anyway, let's get started. So we're going to take that brush and we're going to dip it in that tint very generously, trying to concentrate it more so on the edge of the brush and not all over the brush. Just kind of like pack it on to the ends. Grab as much of it as we possibly can, and let's go ahead and apply it to our eyebrows. I am just going to gently try to like paint it on my face. If you have more eyebrow hair than me, this is probably going to be easier. Your hair will actually pick it up. But for me, the thin eyebrow girlies, all the girlies out there, or guys, just go ahead and paint it on your face as if you were painting a canvas, as if you were maybe, you know, doing your normal eyebrow routine, but instead of like drawing lines, you're essentially painting it up there. And we're just going to follow the shape of our brow that we arched earlier, that we shaved. And we're really just going to take our time. Anytime we go outside the line, I am going to use a Q-tip to kind of clean it up and do it pretty quickly after I put it up there and I notice it's a little thick or it's a little over the line, because we don't want any area of our eyebrow to tint that we don't want to be tinted. Because if you let it sit there longer than like, you know, a minute or two, then it's gonna tint or stain that side of your eyebrow, and you know, it's gonna throw off the shape of your brow. So anytime you go outside the line, it's fine. Just go ahead and use a Q-tip or, you know, a wedge or anything that you have, a paper towel, something to kind of clean it up and keep the shape pretty straight and clean. And you'll notice that we did the very inner part of our eyebrow last, because we want that to have more of a gradient ombre effect and not be as dark as the rest of our brow. And just like that, we have one eyebrow done. So this is kind of the before and after. This is kind of how you want your eyebrow to look versus, you know, how we're starting out. So we are going to go ahead and just repeat the same steps on the other side. And throughout this process, I'm constantly taking a step back and looking at both of my brows, trying to get the shapes as close together as possible. Again, it's probably not going to be perfect each and every time. Sometimes one is arched a little bit higher than the other one, like this one today, and that's fine. It's not too big of a crazy difference for me, but again, it's temporary, it's not permanent, so if you arch it too much, you kind of have to play around with it until you get used to arching it and applying it. Okay, so I am done applying the product. These are the brows and the shape that I'm going to be going with for today. One is a little bit more arched than the other one, but that's fine by me. It's, you know, again, you're doing it yourself, so it's not going to probably be perfect, but this is fine for me today. And now we are going to kind of let this sit for 20 minutes. I'm showing you the time. It is 2:02 p.m. And again, I'm going to let this sit for 20 minutes, essentially until it dries down. I think the box says about 10 minutes, but I like to do 20 minutes because my brows are so thin. If your brows are thicker and you actually have more hair than me, then 10 minutes might be okay for you. But for me and the other thin eyebrow baddies out there, I would definitely recommend sitting for 20 minutes. So I'll see you soon. Okay, y'all, it's been 20 minutes and I am back. I wanted to show you how the eyebrows look after 20 minutes. So as you can see, they're pretty much dried down except for that one little spot on that one eyebrow, but this is kind of how I like to wait for mine to get. I don't think you have to wait for it to dry down, but I get the best tint, the best pigment, the best color when I let it sit this long and essentially let it dry down. So as you can see, it is 2:20, so just a little short of 20 minutes. And I'm actually back 2 minutes early because we are going to take this little cotton round and wet it. I have one that's damp already, and we're going to take out the inner corners, wipe them off a little bit because again, we want it to have a little bit of an ombre gradient effect. So I'm going to gently wipe off the very innermost parts of my eyebrows to give it that gradient ombre effect, and let this side lighten a little bit more because we did this last and we're also taking it off first. Okay, so we've waited those last 2 minutes and now it's time to completely take it off. So we're starting with the brow that we did first. To wipe it off, I'm just taking this damp cotton round and gently wiping it off. I'm trying to like drag the product all the way over so that it kind of stays all in the cotton round and not kind of get everywhere. So I'm just gonna wipe it off gently, not aggressively pushing into my face or anything like that, but making sure we kind of get the product off. And there we have a tinted brow, and I'm actually going to do this a few times. So that was my first cotton round. I'm going to get another damp cotton round that's not as damp as the first one, and again wipe it off again just to get any residual products that's stuck under the hairs or that's just kind of resting on my face a little bit more, and wipe them all off. Okay, so let's take a close-up at that brow. This is the final product of that tinted brow. It's pigmented, it's dark, but it's not overly dark. It's not as dark as the tint is, so that, you know, you don't get that black eyebrow crazy, you know, looking thing, but it's very natural. That's why I like to go with the dark brown and not the black or ebony shade. I think this shade is kind of like perfect for my skin tone. It's very natural. So now we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to wipe off all the product. And again, that little one spot is not dry, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and wipe it off anyway. just want to take a clean cotton round and wipe my eyebrows to show you that they are dry, they are set, they are transfer proof. There's no need to worry about staining your sheets or staining your clothes. They are done, they are tinted, and they are beautiful, if I do say so myself. Okay, so now that that's done, we can finally moisturize our face. I'm just going on in with some Jergens. It's just my lotion that I had closest to me and one of the ones that I use on my face. And I'm just going to moisturize my face. I try not to put lotion on my eyebrows the first day I do them because I don't want the oils from the lotion to kind of fade them too quickly. So for the first day, I try to avoid getting any lotion or oils on my eyebrows. Now, let's go ahead and get into the lashes. So again, I got this lash kit from Amazon. I will be sure to link it in the description. And again, it is a kit. So it comes with the lashes that are beautiful. We'll get into these in a second. It also comes with the glue and the seal, so the bond and the seal. And lastly, the tweezers to apply them. So, what shape? I think we'll go with this one here, the cat eye, and the medium long length for the lash mapping. So we're just going to follow this when we apply our lashes. Okay, so first we're going to take the bond and we're going to apply it to our lashes. This is what that brush looks like, just to kind of give you a little visual. And you'll see that I am going to try to concentrate the bond on the base of my lashes, not putting it all over my entire lash, but just kind of putting it on the base of my lash where the false lash, the lash bands are going to attach to mine. Alright guys, and I'm actually going to use a mirror and I'm going to look down when I place my lashes, but give me a second. I promise you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm applying them, but I just feel like that's one of the easier ways for me. But let me come in closer and we'll do the next few together. So I'm starting off with the 16 inch on the, not 16 inches, but the 16 millimeters on the very outer corners of my eyes. I'm going to put on 2 of those 16 millimeter lash clusters. Okay, so up next are the 15 millimeters. I'm also going to place 2 of these clusters. If you're going to do them the way that I'm installing them now, you're just going to look down in the mirror and place them on the underneath of your lash line. Try not to place them too close to the inner part of your eye because of course that's going to stab your eye and it's going to be uncomfortable. So just try to put them right on your natural lash line, but underneath. And this is another 15mm cluster. And that's kind of how we're looking so far. It's beautiful. So now we're going to go in with two 14mm clusters. Again, just placing them under our eyelashes, natural eyelashes, right on our lash line. And again, we're going to do two clusters, and then we're going to switch over to the 13mm. And as you can see, sometimes you'll mess up and you might not get the lash up there the right way. It's okay. Just pick it off, pick it up, and reapply it. The bond is still tacky, still sticky, so you'll still be able to work with it and have plenty of time. This clip is not sped up at all, so this is how fast I'm doing them. And when I get to this part, I'm just looking at the lashes just to kind of see how the shape is going. And I'm just going to adjust it to see if I need to do any more 13s, if I should go down to 12s or go straight to 11s. So here, I'm deciding to go ahead and put on a 12. So I'm just going to keep decreasing in the length. And after this 12, I'm going to go straight into an 11. And lastly, I'm going to go into a 9. And this is the last lash that I'll be putting on this eye. And I'm just going to use the tweezers to kind of make sure everything is firm and fixated up there, stuck up there. Can't think of the word. And that I like the way it looks. And the only other thing to do now is to apply the seal. And just like when I applied the glue, I'm going to concentrate this on the bottoms of the lash, like the lash bands, the lash line where I put the bond. It doesn't need to go over the entire lash, just strategically where I put the bond. Okay guys, and there you have it. We have one eye done. Doesn't it look beautiful? I'm going to try my best to show you both sides with my eyes closed, my eyes open, so you can really get to see the difference between my natural lashes and these DIY lash extensions at home. I think they look beautiful. They look natural. They still look pretty full without looking overly full. I don't know about you, but I don't like the super full caterpillar eyelash look, but I think these look beautiful and they look natural and I love it. So now it's time to do the other side. So on this eye, I decided to show you another way of installing the lashes. This time I'm going to use my finger to hold my eye open. And again, I'm still going to put the lashes on the bottom of my lash line or underneath my lashes to install them. This way might be easier if it's your first time trying it out. So I wanted to kind of show you guys again this technique instead of the other technique. And I'm doing the same number of each length on each eye. Okay, so once I got all of the lashes up there, I'm just going to use the tweezers to kind of press the lashes into the glue a little bit more and into my lashes to make everything a little bit more seamless and secure. And then I am going to go ahead and apply the glue. One thing I definitely suggest is closing your eyes completely, also looking up, looking down, looking left and right, just to make sure that no lash is poking you or stabbing you anywhere in your eye before you apply the sealer. That way you can move them and adjust them like I'm doing here in this clip. That very inner lash is kind of poking me a little bit, so I'm using the tweezers to move it before I apply the seal. Okay guys, and that is it. Our lashes are complete. It was literally so easy to install these lashes, so quick. Normally it takes me about 10 minutes per eye, so I'm done within 20 minutes. And I think they look super natural, super cute, and they normally last me about 4 to 5 days depending on how hard I'm sleeping on my face. And just, if I'm doing anything where I'm like crying or things like that, then sometimes they lift a little bit on the outer corners. But other than that, they normally last me pretty long and I love them. And just like that, we are officially done, guys. That is it. Super easy for the lashes, super easy for the eyebrows. You can have your entire maintenance routine done in less than an hour, like 40 minutes for the brows, 20 minutes for the lashes, and you're ready to go. Okay guys, and there you have it. Today we went ahead and did my eyebrows and my lashes at home. I love, love, love this routine. Everything is super quick and easy. I love, love, love doing this routine because for a girl that has barely there, very thin eyebrows and, in my opinion, lashes, this makes me feel super effortless when I wake up and I can just like go. I don't have to worry about, oh, I need to wait and fill in my brows and I gotta make sure I don't touch my brows because they might smudge or I might wipe them off and go into the gym and all those extra things, and my lashes are already done. It's just like makes you look so cute, so maintenance, low maintenance. Like I can go out like this, no makeup, no anything, just gel down my baby hairs and I will be feeling good. Like can't nobody tell me nothing. Like look at her, she is gorgeous. You can't tell me God won't doing something when he made me and when he blessed me with this routine. And because I am oh so generous, I thought why not officially share it with you in detail so that you can be feeling blessed and beautiful as well. Look at those brows, transfer proof, sweat proof. They normally last me again about 5 to 7 days depending on me, the oiliness of my skin that day, that week. And if you're not as oily as me or you're not like an oily person, then these eyebrows will last you even longer than a week. I think on the box it says maybe 7 to 14 days, but again, because my skin is oh so oily, it doesn't last me as long. And if you have more eyebrow hair, it might last you even longer. But I hope you guys love this routine as much as I do. I hope you try it out for yourself. These are both super easy, super affordable, like 10 to 20 bucks for each product, and you can do your eyelashes and eyebrows multiple times. Like I've brought each of these products once and I've done my lashes and eyebrows several times. And because I'm feeling like that girl, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling cute, we gotta throw in some lip gloss to seal the deal and complete the look. But that is it, guys. I love you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!